traditional leaders of the Republic of the Marshall Islands, Honourable Minister of Education, Dr. Heine, Honourable Government Ministers, Ambassadors and members of the Diplomatic Corps, Chairman, Mr. Ben Chitaro, and members of the CMI Board of Regents, the Chair of the Customary Law and Language Commission, distinguished guests, families and friends of CMI students and colleagues. Firstly, I express my deep and sincere gratitude to our outgoing President, Mr. Carl Hacker, for his strong and decisive leadership through the last 3 years. Carl, I know from what you and many others have shared with me that the road was sometimes long and hazardous, characterized by many multifaceted challenges. But under your leadership, I know that there have also been many successful outcomes. Prominent among these, as earlier speakers have shared with you, CMI's financial recovery from a less than desirable to a position of strength and integrity. We will continue to build on the reinforced foundation that you have set up, Carl, and we know that you will always remain a true and committed colleague and friend of CMI. It is my honor and my privilege, and I am deeply humbled to receive this cherished and time-honored token of your hope and trust in me as your new president at the College of the Marshall Islands. As the steerer of the CMI canoe, or the person at the back of the canoe overseeing all of the activities required to keep the canoe afloat and on course, and actively steering the canoe in our chosen directions, I am part of a team of sailors, navigators, and specialized seafarers made up of faculty and non-faculty or professionals who will be navigating the path ahead and negotiating the challenges for our students, the Republic of the Marshall Islands, and the other communities that will serve. As our forefathers did, we will create stick maps together that identify the pitfalls of non-accountable and non-transparent decisions and practices. We will be guided by our regolith, or stick maps, in avoiding reefs, negotiating safe passages through storms and inclement weather, and adjusting the sail to find the best forward winds. We will focus on continuing to build even stronger foundations on which value-added and sustainable opportunities and practices for the development and delivery of higher and vocational education can flourish. We at CMI, along with our Board of Regents, look forward to robust and informed interactions and collaborative and context-relevant partnerships with the Minister and Ministry of Education, the government, the people and communities of RMI, other higher educational providers at RMI in the region and further abroad, and our international donors and stakeholders to provide innovative ways that will enhance and hopefully in some cases transform the quality of our students and graduates. We will also explore and use education-friendly global positioning systems, or GPS, to locate ourselves in the context of the educational landscape in Micronesia and beyond, to share our successes and learn from other initiatives, and during this process, strengthen existing relationships and develop and nurture new ones. The Marshallese Institute of Language Arts and Culture, 4-year degree programs, an expanded vocational and community development curriculum, blended learning, and specifically designed professional development and capacity building to meet RMI needs are some of the areas being explored in our development of the CMI regolith called the Strategic Plan. The first CMI Strategic Plan is currently under development and will embody our essential promise to students and to you, the RMI community, that your faith in us as the college of the Marshall Islands is well placed, highly valued, and motivating. To this end, my duty as the steerer has already begun. Last Friday and Saturday, this weekend just gone, the CMI retreat held at the Arak campus brought together the Board of Regents, faculty representatives, senior administrators, and the head of the student body to engage directly with prevailing issues and articulate the way forward with reference to specific areas, including the strategic plan and WASC accreditation. I am, as we all are at CMI, singularly committed to the process of accreditation as the measure of consistently high quality and externally recognized education, student support services, accountable and transparent governance structures and systems, and sustainable practices. CMI, like the legendary navigators of the Marshall Islands, will continue to adapt and use, at least metaphorically speaking, all three types of canoes and more in our journey forward, particularly in the next 5 years. The Garaga and the journey to enhance our knowledge of local educational contexts, to inform and transform our developmental, credit and vocational programs, and respond even more directly to stakeholders' requirements for work-ready plus graduates. The Tipanga in our journey to expand our reach in higher and vocational education to the outermost atolls by harnessing the potential of distance and internet-enabled learning and teaching opportunities. And the Wala in our journey to identify and capitalize on the multitude of opportunities, for example, like leveraging the capacity afforded by the fiber optic cable connection to share our initiatives and innovations in learning and teaching and reciprocal relationships regionally and globally. The Wala opportunity has over the years brought a diverse and highly skilled and experienced community of educators to CMI and RMI from all corners of the globe, from our neighbouring Micronesian family states, the United States, South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, Great Britain, and our sister nations in the South Pacific. This evening, we celebrate together and reaffirm our commitment to driving meaningful education that is both relevant and forward-looking, and affordable and sustainable to the communities that we serve here at CMI and RMI. And may I take a moment to acknowledge in particular the presence of the Majaro Fijian community here tonight who have come to show their support for a fellow Fijian. Motaka, thank you. Finally, I also take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank all CMI academics and staff members and administrative staff who have supported Carl and his executive management team in re-establishing CMI's financial viability, continuing to enhance the quality of the educational programs offered, and most of all, to ensure that CMI graduates are well prepared to be locally, regionally, and internationally competitive. To the Chairman and members of the Board of Regents, your leadership in providing direction and advice, and your unfailing support of the College is much appreciated, and I look forward to a productive, inspiring, and inspirational relationship. To the government and people of RMI, parents, guardians, families, and friends, CMI is ever grateful for your steadfast support and commitment to us, and we look forward to the continuance of partnerships that will grow from strength to strength, and the pursuit of new journeys to be an even more recognizable exemplar in higher education at national, regional, and international levels. To CMI students and alumni, I acknowledge and applaud your choice to study at CMI, and the belief that we will and have equipped you in the best ways possible for your chosen careers and lifelong learning. Lastly, and very importantly, I acknowledge and thank our RMI stakeholder communities in commerce and industry and our international partners for your continued and much valued assistance and support. We will continue to draw inspiration from your confidence in us, so that at Koroivulaono et on CMI Koroivulaono Badat Vikrik in Kutai Boro Ngan Koji Koroivulaono Island Kane in what case Wajamo Mo Manu Nankatak Koroivulaono Bodejolo Yukatak Chile Kerbo Ekwek Chile in our Adere Ipalakan Island King. Inat Erak Lokun Island Project Kilometer Wing. Iminate Ajem Ker Ipalakan Lalin. Why away makat? Amen.